can start marking out for some holes now. I think I may do this reverse. Everything's symmetrical, so it should work out okay. So first off, we'll find out what the distance between centres on these 4 points there are. Seems about the most accurate way I've got of guessing that. $45.5. As I ought to write that down on a piece of paper. Right, so if we do a rough circle, so we'll do an outer circle there, and then we'll do the 4 points with the holes in. So we know that is 45.5. Okay, then we're going to want we will go with that. You'll be able to see what I'm doing here. Incidentally, this pair of calipers. These are old, well, they've got the crow's footprint on, and I know they were used to build the undercarriages of Spitfires. They were used by a guy who built the undercarriage of Spitfires in World War II. So there's a little bit of history. We'll put a line across so we know should really use a centre finder, shouldn't I? And I do have one, but it's not very accurate. Okay, I can see that. Right, so centre of there to centre of there. See if that's easier to do. And that is 116.7. So we can say that there. 16.7. Okay, we'll know that. Now we've got to transfer that onto there somehow. I haven't got a centre anymore, have I? Perhaps we should have done that in the beginning. Oh well. Can we find a centre? Let's see if how accurate my centre finder is. It's actually one I made myself. Actually, that's not too bad. Right, half of 116.7 is going to be 58.35. So 58. That's as best as I can guess it. Right. Right edge, isn't it? So what to start with. Okay. 45.5. Was I right on that one? Yep, that's near enough. Actually, I'm going to put a bit more of a centre in that. 45.5. Yeah, that's better. Now we want half of that, don't we? I'm being silly again, aren't I? That's 22.75. I bet you lot are way ahead of me on this, aren't you? Numbers isn't my great thing. Best I can do is line the two marks up between the 7.7 and 8. Because this will only go to tenths of a millimetre. Okay, so we want to get halfway between them, don't we? Right, figured out what I want to do to get halfway between. Use my little protractor. By the way, we have a camera operator, so and one more just there. Moved. Okay, you might not be able to see that, but I can. So what we'll do now, we shall punch all that lot. Okay, that should be our 12 holes. So the next thing you want to do is drill them out, but we'll drill them quite small. So we can go down to 1 mil on there. I think that's too small. We could do 2 mil. As soon as it's going to be M3, think 2mm would be okay to do those with for now, just for a pilot. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll set up for drilling. Well, we've got everything drilled in the end, got the outside ones, and so what I want to do now is I just went roughly round and spotted just to see where. You can see they're coming pretty much centre on there. Some of them are coming a bit close to the edge, but that'll be alright. But what I first want to do is line up on these. But I want to be able to see where these line up rather than just rely on that. So what I'm going to do is where we've got this gap here, I'm going to put a hole through, a larger hole through there, one through there, there and there. So then I can actually see what's going on. I'll bring that out a little more. That'll perhaps be okay. So yeah, we'll cut them first. We'll put the pilot hole through. And that's quarter. That's a nice sharp bit. So we want a pilot, and for that I think we'll go for 0.35. We'll set you back over here so you can see what's happening with the drill. There you go. I just need to centre punch these. last. Well, I don't think I'm going to put you through the agony of watching me drill the other 3 holes. It took a lot more than I thought. I shall do them and we'll come back. Okay, last hole, but I'm halfway through from the other side, so we're just going to go the other half from this side. Much easier cutting it without oil, as it turns out. After the initial chattering calms down, it cuts quite nicely. That's it, we're through. I'll just clear that bit in there. So, takes that little washer out. Get the back clean up. Here we are. It's quite warm still, so we'll let it cool down before we do anything else. And then we'll come back. Oh, back with the bobbin sander again. I think I've done more metal on this than I have wood so far. I just want to clean up them holes. There's a little bit of a step on them. I just want to make them tidy. Okay, there we go. This is going to have to be a project for later in the year to sort out. I want to replace this top. I'm not happy with the pivot point on it, and I've got to make the inserts. That's why I haven't made the inserts yet, because I'm going to replace the top. I'm going to get it so it's pivoting, or the actual pivot point. It's running through there. That's where the hinge is. So the pivot point is like just under there. It wants to come further back, so when it does pivot, there's more of the spindle exposed. Because at the moment, the spindle disappears near enough. So we've got to change that a little bit. But that's minor stuff. And I may do a more detailed video on building this. Better description. But anyway, that's a different project. So, happy with that so far. And we can put it on and have a look, see how things are. Okay, so got that clamped on there, and I've lined it up, sighted down. That I'm really pleased with. They line up really well. So seeing how well they do line up, and they're not absolutely perfect, but they're really good. As much as I'd hoped for. They're pretty much centre. So I think we can mark them. Now, I don't know how well you can see that. There's the marks we put in. You know what? I think they're about spot on. I couldn't see the other way, but that's good. So, we want to drill those, ready for tapping. Looking through my little Zeus book again. So we're going to do an M3, we're on the metrics, and we want a tapping drill of 2.5 mil. And I have a 2.5 mil drill. We can actually swing the table back around. About there. I just want to see, I've got 30 mil machine screws. So I just want to see what we've got. I know we've got 10 mil plate to go through. So yeah, we can go 10 mil into them. Just come down to 32. Okay, here we go. That's it. We're there. clean out anything that's left in there. Okay, I want to do some tapping. We'll get set up for that. We'll come back for the... Okay, we're going to give this setup a little try. That is actually a countersink bit in there, but the I suppose that's the guide. That's just got a point on it. There's no cutting in there, so we'll use that on the top. I've already put a longer drill bit in there and made sure we're directly above, so that should be alright. I just want to make sure that we are tapping straight down the hole. Hopefully that is enough. I'll have to go and get my screws and see how these go. Right, let me go and get my machine screws. Oh, they go in there a treat. Well, that one does. And it sits down enough that that head is now, or the base of that head is now below the face of that, so it's going to bear down tight. And we've just got the other 3 to do.